this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Carr to throw on second down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback, but last year he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this this up past the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Swift. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
You look at this Eagle defense.
And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to move him around.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. Robinson's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw is Carr. Here's a screen for Robinson. He's across midfield, and he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He got 29 yards that time. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good,
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
and Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson because stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season. He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards leading the Commanders.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Returnable for Grant. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Good, strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Still going inside the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, CD, I think they were in nickel that time, which we see so often in today's NFL. And there it helped them net their first pick-6 of the contest.
Nice eyes, good observation there, partner. You nailed it. This is a defense that likes to mix up and disguise coverages, but it did end up being one of their main packages, the nickel, that fooled them that time. And they made the most of the miscue with a nice return.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson and the Commander offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes Grant on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
2nd down and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flow right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Back to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And here he's got Grant. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime, and what's already a...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Taking on the midfield logo. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
On the give, here's Robinson. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Now they'll throw with Carr.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
So he stopped for no gain. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Alex Arma,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders use the short field to get in for 6. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Carr will look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 27.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
There's the stiff arm, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Once again, it's Swift.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense set to take over. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Carr.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
His third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 1. 2:19 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw.
That quick throw there is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Robinson with another carry. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the